up, War Gamers? John back here with another little test track battle report. You see, I'm kind of dirty. I just got home from work. Just got out the kitchen. I actually forgot to film this video the other day. I thought I did, at least this intro part. So I'm going to do it now before I get too busy again. But yeah, so this time we've got a orky good time here. We're going to run the test track of the team I just made for my friend Nate, Mr. Dekai, over on YouTube. The link over here, up there. Might be cutting off part of my forehead. I'm not sure I framed it right. But yeah, let's get right into this battle report and see which clan is the best clan. Through the shimmering haze of the broken, steaming asphalt, we see our steel-eyed competitors lined up with engines rattling and teeth gritted. Tonight's race is incredibly important to the teams. It's another chance for a shot in the big leagues next month, and one more crucial step on the road to the Big Red. Welcome, Earth Wastelanders and Martian citizens, to another episode of Gaslands. Junkyard John here, giving you Eye in the Sky. In tonight's episode, we have a good old-fashioned death race. Now let's get down to the rules of the event here. To claim victory, the racers will have to complete the track by going through the gates in numerical order before being the first vehicle to cross the checkered finish line. However, it's easier said than done, but let's get into some details and special rules here. First off, house rules. We will have our house rules in the description section of the video so everyone can read it, comment, all that. Pole position. When a player with pole position passes a new gate with any vehicle, they must immediately choose a new player and pass the pole position to them. Then we have green light go. As soon as the race begins, all vehicles count as having passed the start light and may proceed right to gate 1. This will help reduce start race pile-ups and will not prevent them, thankfully. We have weapons inactive. All weapon systems are disabled until the vehicles pass gate 1, although it may still make smash attacks, collisions, and use upgraded equipment. And then we have gun turrets. Gun turrets are scattered about the arena, ready to add a bit of excitement. Gun turrets are middleweight destructible obstacles. They may be targeted with shooting attacks and have 4 hull points. Gun turrets automatically make a 2d6 shooting attack, targeting each vehicle that ends their movement step within medium range of the gun turret each phase. We have Ketchup. The producers of Gaslands TV do not like a clear winner. It just doesn't make for good television. Therefore, when the vehicle is the first to pass through a gate, all other teams may roll a d6 and add how many gates behind they are to the leader. Results of 6+ gives the team an additional audience vote. We have respawning. When a vehicle is not in play due to a wreck, it may be respawned, touching the line of the last gate it had passed before the wreck. And that's all there really is to know about this race. So let's get down to the garages. We'll check out some teams and just get right into the fun stuff. Alright, race fans, we've got our representative, in a loose term, from the Goths tribe. We have, as far as the names, we have Crumpentime. The chassis type is a car. As far as weapons and equipment this thing has, is it has a front-mounted ram, an exploding ram on top of that, and a set of extra armor plating. And the perks this racer has is double-barreled, battle hammer, and terrifying lunatic. Alright, race fans, we've got our Evil Sons participant here. So let's get into some stats. Name-wise, this one's called the Red One. The chassis type is a performance car. As far as weapons and equipment, this racer has a experimental nuclear engine, not even a good one, an experimental one. A heavy machine gun, front mounted. And as far as perks go, this driver has downshift and delicate touch. All right, race fans, down here in the garage with our driver from the Bad Moons clan. The name they gave us is Crooked Moon. The chassis type is a car. The weapons we have is a front-mounted combat laser and a front-mounted minigun. And as far as the perks this driver has, is we have headshot and return fire. Alright, race fans, we're down here in the garage with our Death Skulls racer. And as far as stats we have up on the clipboard, we have the driver name is Lootin' and Stealin'. The chassis type is a truck. As far as weapons equipment, we have a grabber arm and a wrecking ball. And as far as perks this driver uses is mobile mechanic and barrel roll. Alright, race fans, down here in the garage with our driver from the Snake Bites clan. What we have here is the name they gave us is True Orky. The chassis type is a truck. And as far as weapons go, they have a wreck lobber, pretty big weapon. And as far as perks, this driver uses a Chrome Whisperer and Unnerving Eye Contact. Alright, race fans, down here in the garage with our driver from the Blood Axes clan. As far as stats, we have Sneaky Git here. The chassis type is a buggy. The equipment it has is a experimental teleporter, a heavy machine gun, and a smoke dropper. And the perks this driver has is restraint, trick driving, and momentum. All right, Wargamers, we got them all lined up here. Essentially, we're gonna go through here. There's gonna be the first one to go through each gate, swing around, and then come back off the table. That's how we're gonna do the finish line here. So we got them all rallied up. So let's get right into the game. Alright, we're starting off here with the red one, who's in pole position. And due to the fact that it has an experimental nuclear engine, it lets me use the long template in any gear. So we're just going to start off here as a proper Evil Sun's tactic. We've got... let's see here. We've got 4 handling. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do... And, ooh, what do I have? Alright, I think what I'm going to do is, we're going to, I think we're going to go for it. We're going to keep the shift, take a hazard, reroll all these. And actually, that's not too bad. So we're going to shift up, we're going to keep all these. We're going to shift up 3 times. And we're going to take the spin. So we're going to go... Actually, let me do the math first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what we're going to do is we go whoop, straight to the long template. And then we are going to do... Oops. We're going to do a spin here to kind of straighten us back out. We have not passed first gate yet, so no weapons. So that does it for the red one, putting it at gear 4 and 5 hazards. Alright, so up next we have the Bad Moon's truck, Crooked Moon. And Crooked Moon's just going to do a classic medium straight here. Boom. We get 1 free shift from the actual template. And then I think what we're going to do, let's see, it's a truck, so it's got 3 handling. I think what we're going to do is we're only going to roll 2 handling here. So 3 shifts, not bad, not bad. What do we want to do? I think we're going to do the same. We're going to shift up 3 times, giving it 3 hazards in the 4th gear. And we're just going to go right straight. Oops. And again, nobody's hit the gate, so we're just gonna keep growing. All right, up next we have the Desco's truck, looting and stealing. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go with a nice gentle turn here, just like that. You're in first gear, so it does get a free shift, which will help out because trucks don't have much handling. We're gonna roll both handling dice. And actually, not too bad. I think we're going to keep all 3 hazards. We're going to go up to gear 3. Alright, so we're going to go bam. We're going to go here. And then we get a spin. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to... Actually, don't know if I want to spin. I think we're going to keep it just like that. Actually, no. Do we? Yeah, we're going to keep it just like that. But we're... Yes, we're going to keep it just like that and then just turn. Alright, up next here we have Crumpin' Time, the Goss vehicle. And he's just going to do a simple medium straight as well. So a medium straight, and then we're going to get a free hazard. I'm sorry, a free shift. It's a free shift here. We're going to do 3 handling. And you know what? We're going to shift up 4 times. Go into... Actually, no. What we're going to do... Oh, what are we going to do? We're going to only shift up 3 times, and we're just going to kind of forget about a shift. Alright. And then we're just going to go... Ooh. Just like that. And again... nothing there, and that does it. All right, up next here we have True Orky, the Snake Bites truck, and same. Ooh, damn. A little hard to do depth perception when I'm trying to look through the camera. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna do a medium straight. We get our free shift from the template there. And then it is a truck, so it does have 2 handling. So we're going to roll our 2 handling here. What are we going to do? I think what we're going to do is we're just going to cancel this out with this. And we're going to shift up here, getting 1 hazard. Alright, and we're just going to go right here. And that should do it because there's still no weapons out. Alright, next up here we have Sneaky Git, the Sneaky Blood Axes card. And since it has one, we're going to do is we're just going to activate the teleporter here. Let's see what we get. So we automatically take 3 hazards. And then we get a roll of shift. Basically, as long as I don't roll a hazard, it can kind of just go where it wants. It is not, so it is going to teleport. Ooh, where does it want to teleport? That's the problem. You know, it's going to teleport like this. Boom. Just like that. And now it's going to do its normal movement. Which I think what we're going to do is a gentle turn here. It's in first gear. So it gets a free shift for doing this. And then we're just going to go ahead and roll 2 handling. Alright, so we're going to shift up 3 times. Actually, no, because we have 3 hazards. We're going to shift up 2 times, leaving us at 5 hazards, bringing us to gear 3. And then, I think that will do it. Alright, back here at pole position, and we're still with the red one. The red one, once again, going to use that long straight. Just like that. Proper speed freaks. And then I think what we're going to do is we do need to get rid of some hazards for sure. So we're going to roll 3 We're going to roll 3 handling here, try to get rid of some hazards. Okay, that does work. So we're going to use all 3. We're going to stay in 4th gear. And we're going to get rid of all 3 hazards, bringing it down to 2. Alright, now it passed through. Weapons are active, just doesn't have anybody in range. So that does it for him. Alright, up next we have Crooked Moon. Crooked Moon's going to do a medium straight here. And we're just going to really try to bring those weapons to bear. Hopefully we'll reach. I think what we're going to do is we're going to roll 2 I keep saying hazards. We're going to roll 2 handling. We're going to see what we get here. We're just going to cancel out. That's fine. So we're just going to go boom. And unfortunately, he does not pass. He's like right on it, but the weapons quite are not active yet. All right, up next we have looting and stealing. And same thing, we're just going to do a nice medium template here. Just, everyone's just trying to get there to get those weapons activated. Then that real orc fun kicks off. So we're going to do... Actually, you know what? We're going to roll 1. We're going to roll 2. We're going to roll 2 shift dice. That's actually the slide we wanted. So we're going to do shift plus the free one we got from the template. We're going to get rid of 2 hazards. We're going to slide, which will give us 1. So we'll really only drop 1 hazard. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to slide on in here. Let me switch hands. Just like that. Which does put him on the line, so he will be able to use weapons. Alright, so I think first we're going to do is we're going to use this wrecking ball. So this here is going to be hit with a T-bone collision. You are not. But the red one is as well. So let me get some dice pools here. Alright, so first we're going to do the wrecking ball here on Crooked Moon. I need 4s. And that is nothing, actually. And then we're going to do the wrecking ball here on the red one. Ooh, which is 5 hits. Wrecking ball is, Red one is in 4th gear. Nothing. He will take 4 hits. Alright, next we're going to attempt, now that I know he is in short range because of the wrecking ball, we're going to attempt to grab the red one with its grabber claw here, as you can see. So 3 hits, I need 4s to hit. I did a 6, so it's a double hit. He's still in 4th gear. Alright, so he squeezes away from getting grabbed. And then that just puts, I don't know. We'll just shoot a pistol here at Crooked One. Just 2 hits. These 6s to block. He blocks them actually both. So that actually does it for looting and stealing. Alright, now we got here next is Crumpin' Time. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this veer here. Try to line them up. So we can turn all the weapons and do some crumping next turn. Let's see here. Move some of this. See, that does give him a hazard from the template. So crumping time, he's going to roll 3 handling here. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this shift. And we're going to use this shift to get rid of this. So he's pretty much just going to just move, and that's about it. There you go. And weapons aren't on because he's just kind of right there in the way. But now there's a whole claw going on. Alright, up next here we got True Orky. Now True Orky, being a snake bite, they're still a little clever. I mean, they're old. They know things. He's still in gear 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this short template here. Just so he doesn't ram stuff quite yet. Which I find very funny. And then we are gonna do our 2 handling just to try to get him out of gear 2. Oh, double hazards. I think we're gonna take 1 and re-roll. That is not good. So we're gonna take 3 hazards and we're gonna slide. Let's see here. We're gonna put a slide template down. Now the wrecking ball is just kind of floating in the air, so I'm not counting that as a hit because he does kind of go right underneath it. But that will put him here, and he's stuck in gear 2, so he's really not going to do much but be part of this mess. Alright, we're here at Sneaky Get, and I think the only way out of this for Sneaky Get is we're just going to have to try for that teleporter. Because I don't think the only other option is to spin around, but that's a lot of time. So we're really going to try to use the teleporter here to jump through the mess and cross the line. Now it is going to give him 6 hazards, so he's going to wipe out at the end of this turn, but it might still work out. Oh, that's a shift. Okay. The medium puts him right in the middle of the mess. I think we're going to have to... Yeah, but he doesn't cross the gate by doing that. So I think what we're going to have to do... I think we're just going to have to try to... I think we're ramming either way because we keep the face. I don't think there's any way actually out of this. Oh, let me check corner to corner here. Oh, actually, no, that puts him at the edge. Oh, let me check the rule. Okay, it does say within medium, so I can't do the quarter of the car to jump. So we are just going to have to... I could back it up a turn because he's a weak car, so he doesn't do much. So we're going to do that. We're going to jump basically back to where we started. So you're in 3rd gear, so we're going to do a turn here, just like this. We are going to try to get rid of some of these older hazards. We're going to try to get rid of some of these older hazards so we don't wipe out. So we got 4 dice for being a buggy. Ooh. Actually, that's not too bad. If we're going to wipe out anyway. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to take all the hazards. Doesn't matter. Which means we're going to slide here. We're going to spin to straighten up as little as that'll actually help. And then it's the end of his turn, so he's going to wipe out. Alright, so now we're wiping out. Flip check. He rolled a 5, so he does not flip through the air. So now what we're going to do, go down to gear 1, lose all our hazards, get a random new facing, which is unfortunately this way now. And that does it. Alright, we've redone pole position now. Since red one had pole position, went through a raised gate. So now pole position goes to True Orky, who's wiped out. No, not wiped out. True Orky is just in gear 2. Didn't gear up. So he's just stuck there. So that kind of ends his turn. Alright, up next here we have Crumpin' Time. Crumpin' Time is going to do a medium straight. Now with his drill here, hold on, let me... Alright, Crumpin' Time's had to use the drill prop up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll... Actually, we don't need to roll anything. He's pretty good. So we're just going to slide through here. Activating his weapons, which he hit. Alright, so he has 3 handguns. We're going to put them all into the red one, because this is the closest. And he's going to take 2 hits. So red one's in 4th gear, needing 6s. He actually blocks 1, but still takes 1. And then that will do it for Crumpin' Time's turn. Alright, next up we have here a Sneaky Git. But Sneaky Git did wipe out, so that's it for their turn. Alright, up next here we have the red one. We're just going to do a normal turn here. Just like that. And we're good on hazards, so I don't think we're going to roll any dice. We're just going to cruise. Trying to get lined up for the second gate over here. And that will end its turn. Actually, no, let me check the handgun range. Just barely puts it in range, so we're going to shoot its handguns. It is a performance car, so it just gets the one shot, and it misses. So, yeah, end of its turn. Alright, up next here we have looting and stealing. Well, it doesn't matter which template I choose, because we're so close. We're going to hit anyway. But we will roll handling. And what basically we're going to do is we're just going to cancel that. We're trying to shift up for a higher gear for this inevitable boop T-bone collision. So let me get some dice pools. Alright, so what we're going to do here is Loon and Stealing is going to smash attack, and then Crooked Moon here is going to try to evade. So I get 3 dice from the collision. Need 4s or better. He takes 2 hits. Crooked Moon here gets 4 dice to evade, and I need 6s. And he does not. So Moon's going to take 2 damage, and they're both going to take 2 hazards. Alright, up next here we have Crooked Moon. And Crooked Moon's just going to do a basic gentle churn. Oops. Just like that. And I think what we're going to do, 4th gear. He's got 5 hazards. We're gonna roll 2 handling just to try to get rid of some hazards. Rolled them both, so we're gonna drop 2, bringing them down to 3 hazards. But then we're just gonna move. Like that. Now that does turn on Crooked Moon's huge arsenal of weapons, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the 2 big guns into here. And we're going to put the pistols into here. So let's start with, we're going to start with the minigun. They're both double range, so I know it's in range. It's clearly in fire arc. So we're going to start with the minigun. Doing 4 shots. Ooh. Doing 2, 4, 5 hits. The red one's in 4th gear, so we need 6s to block. Actually does block 2, so he's going to take 3 damage. Which is a wreck, but we'll come back to that in a second, just so I can get this easy. And then, so that other shot's wasted. And we're going to do the, well, we already called it. So, no, I'm sorry, it's a car. I keep thinking he's a truck. He's a car, he's only got 2 crew. So that's it then. That's all the shooting, and we're going to do the wreck over here. Alright, so it's going to move short straight forward, which is just going to bink right into here. Now, normally I would roll, but this does have an experimental nuclear engine, so it auto-explodes as if it was a heavyweight vehicle. It actually hits Crooked Moon back. Alright, and then heavyweight vehicles explode for 66 damage, hitting on 4s. Ooh, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crooked Moon is in 4th gear, so we're going to try to evade on 6s. He does block 1, so Crooked Moon's going to take 3 damage back. Alright, so that does it for Crooked Moon's turn. Alright, so Crooked Moon's here is in range of that gun turret. So gun turret's going to shoot 2d6, both hits. Crooked Moon here is in 4th gear, so block on 6s will not. We'll take 2 extra damage from that. Alright, we're up here at pole position with True Orky. Still in gear 2, so it's just not in the right gear phase here to do his turn. So that's about it here. Alright, up next we have Crumpin' Time. Now Crumpin' Time is just going to do a gentle turn here. He's going to attempt to line up to really do some damage next turn. We're in 4th gear with 3 hazards. There's no need to really risk rolling dice. So we're just going to cruise like this. And we are going to put our pistols into here. The Crumpet Time's got 2 pistols. Both miss. So that does it for him. Alright, so up next here we have Sneaky Git, who is still in gear 1 from being wiped out. So that finishes their turn. Alright, up next we have Looting and Stealing, who's stuck in gear 3. So can't activate. Up next we have Crooked Moon. Now Crooked Moon's going to do a gentle turn, and you're just going to try to get out of range of that turret as quick as possible. You're in gear 4, 3 hazards, don't need to roll dice to chance it. So let's just get out of here. Now we already got a couple pistols, so we're going to shoot 2 pistols back. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Crumpet Time is in 4th gear, so blocks with 6s. And he does block that 1 hit. All that extra armor is really paying off. Alright, we got some gun turns activating, hitting both. Crumpet Time is just barely on the edge here. So first we'll do here because it's closer. 4 is the hit. Takes 2 damage. Crumpet Time is in 4th gear. So 6 is to evade. Does not. Will take 2 damage. And then let's see here. Crumpet Time takes 2 hits as well. Also in 4th gear. And will also take 2 hits. Alright, we're back up here at the top of the round. We redid pole position. So now we got True Orky here on the start. We're just going to do a hard turn here to try to get him back into the race. We're going to go just like that. You're a truck. You have 2 handling. So we'll go ahead and roll 2 handling. Double shifts. Not bad. We're going to use 1 to get rid of an old hazard. And we're going to shift 1 so it'll cancel out and stay at our current number. But we're going to zip around like this. Here. Alright, now we're going to do some shooting. What we're going to do is we're going to do 2 pistols. We're going to do 2 handguns into here. We're going to chuck the rock lobber over here. So we're going to do first pistol hits. Looting and Stealing's in 3rd gear. Blocks it. Second pistol misses. Alright, so how this works is for the wreck lobber. First we put down a little token. We're going to use this right now. And then we have to roll to see how accurate we actually hit it. So what we're going to do is we're going to chuck it right here next to the fire. And then we roll a shift dice. Depending on the result is how accurate we are. We rolled a shift, so it is on target. Now we got this great like wrecked car kind of thing. I might include with the team as a wreck logger token. So we're just gonna boop, replace it, and right here you have a wrecked car. So it's a almost guarantee he's just headlining right into that next turn. So that will do it for True Orky. Alright, up next here we have Crumpet Time. And we're gonna try to do a turn. Now we are going to hit that pretty much as soon as we clack in here. Now what we're going to do is, this is an obstacle, so it has to do a smash attack. Crumpet Time's going to try to evade. So it is considered a head-on collision. So we're getting 4 dice. Ooh. And it does 4 damage. Crumpet Time's in 4th gear, so we need 6s to bounce him. Does not. Crumpet Time's going to take 4 damage. And 2 hazards. And that will stop him right there. So that pretty much is a destructible object. So now this is gone. So that pretty much ends his turn. Alright, up next we have Sneaky Git, who's going to try to use the teleporter to get back in this race. So let's see where we go. Ooh, it is a spin. Okay, so a spin, I still get to choose. So we're gonna do is we're gonna go thump. We're gonna go medium. Just like that. And then we still get to do, oops. Let me fix them. Just like that, and we still get to do our regular movement. You are in first gear. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hairpin, and we're gonna roll some shifts. It's a buggy, so I'm gonna roll 3. Actually, we're gonna keep all. Yeah, no, we won't. Shit. If we keep all 3, we're gonna wipe out again. We're gonna keep the shift. We'll take 1 hazard to reroll. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna shift once, cancel this. That'll bring us to 5 hazards, which will keep us alive at least in the next gear. And that should do it for Sneaky Get. Alright, up next here we have looting and stealing. Now we're going to try to do a sneaky maneuver here. I don't really want to ram anything. So we're just going to kind of use a gentle turn here. Just to kind of get out of everything's way. So what we're going to do is we're just going to roll along. Just like this. And that'll be his movement. Now he did technically pass the line, so I can use weapons. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the wrecking ball and everything into him. So we've got 2 pistols because you're a truck. First pistol hits. Second pistol hits. Sneaky Get is in second gear, so he needs 6s. Takes a damage. Right here, takes 2 damage from that. Alright, we're hitting here with the wrecking ball. So we get 2 dice from the size difference, 2 dice from the wrecking ball itself, and 3 from the T-bone collision, and I'm hitting all 4s. And after all of that, we only did... after all that, we only did 3 hits. Sneaky Gets only in second gear, so we need 6s. Oh, no, he takes 3 damage. And that does it for looting and stealing's turn. Alright, up next we have Crooked Moon. And Crooked Moon's just going to try to medium it right out of here. So we're just going to put this here. You're in 4th gear. 4th gear with 2 hazards, so no need to roll fancy here. We're just going to roll up out of here. And nothing's in range, so that will end his turn. Alright, the only thing in range here is just still on the edge of range of this turret. So you're going to take 2d6 damage, taking 2 hits. Crumpin' Time is in 4th gear, so he needs 6s and nothing. He's going to take 2 more damage. Alright, we're back up here at pole position. So True Orky's going again. I think we're just going to do a regular turn here. Just like that. And again, we're at 4 hazards, 3rd gear, which is almost maxed out for a truck. So we don't really need to roll anything, so we're just going to cruise. Just like this. And as far as weapons, what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 pistols here into Crumpin' Time, and we're going to use his Wreck Lobber again. And this time with the Wreck Lobber, we're going to use the dumper version of it. So instead of throwing it, we just kind of dump it off the back here. Just like that. And we got to put 2 pistols here. So first pistol on a 4. Nope. Second pistol on a 4. Does 2 hits. Crumpin' Time is in 4th gear, so we need 6s. And no, he'll take the 2 damage again. And that will end True Orc. I just realized he ended his short move. His move within short range of Crumpin' Time here. So that means True Orky's going to gain a hazard due to Crumpin' Time having the Terrifying Lunatic rule. So that actually puts Sneaky, that actually puts True Orky at 6 hazards, which is going to make him wipe out. So roll, see if he flips. No, he does not flip. He's okay. He's going to get rid of all his hazards in a random direction. But he is now going to be facing this way, which is not the best. Alright, now we're here at the top of Crump's turn. So we're going to do a medium straight because he just really... Alright, get out of here, fire token. He just really wants to get... It arranges something to hit right before he actually dies. So we're doing this. Crump Time has 3 handling, so he's at 5 hazards. So we're going to try to get rid of some so he can actually hit something. Oh, that is not good. I get a free shift from the template. So eventually we're just going to cancel. Yeah, we're just going to cancel all this. We're going to go... And that is a tailgate collision. So let me get that dice pool going. Okay, so what we're going to do here is Crooked Moon's going to try to evade. Crump Time, of course, he's going to crump. He's going to go full smash attacks. So we've got, now it's a tailgate. They're both the same gear. So it would be 0. But we have a ram. We have Battle Hammer. And due to the fact that he's at 5 hazards, he gets 5 extra dice. And on top of that, he's got explosive. He's got an explosive ram, so another 6. So we're doing a whole lot of damage here. Now the purple dice are the explosive ram, so 1s and 2s on those are going to hurt himself. So of course we rolled a bunch of 1s and 2s on only the purple dice. We're needing 4s or better. Alright, so we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 hits. He's going to evade. He's going to evade none of them. So Crumpin's going to take 3 damage, and Crooked Moon's going to take 9. Now at proper Orky fashion, that actually destroys both of them. So let's do 2 wrecks. Now it's not really going to matter. I just want to see if they explode. He's going to go short forward. On a 6 he explodes. He does not. So he's just a wreck. You are going to go short forward as well. See if you explode. You do not. So you're just a wreck. So we just have a line of wrecks blocking the entire gate now. Alright, so up next we have Sneaky Get. And I think Sneaky Get, we're just going to do a medium straight. Just like that. And we're going to roll 2 shift dice. See if we can get him back in the race. Actually, you know what? We're going to keep both. We're going to get rid of a previous hazard, which is going to bring it down to 4. And then we're going to spin, so we're going to do that again. Oh, and we get, actually, no, I'm sorry, I forgot we get an extra shift from the medium. So we're going to use this shift to cancel the spin. Actually, shoot, I think I'm stuck. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to shift down twice. No, I'm sorry, we're going to cancel 2 old hazards. Then we're going to spin to get out of this mess. So that'll keep us at... that'll bring us down to 4 hazards, actually doing that, but we will be out for the rest of the round. So we're going to, boom, we're going to spin. Actually, we're going to spin like this. And... but that does bring us past here, so we're going to shoot our 2 pistols in the True Orc here. So the first one, we need a 4. Misses. Second one, also misses with a 1. So that does it for Sneaky Get. Alright, so we have Loot and Steal in here, and we're just going to do a hairpin turn. We're in third gear, 4 hazards. No need to really do anything. We want to get back on course. Actually, no, we're going to roll 1, try to get rid of this hazard here. We will go for it. Alright. So either way, we're just going to net 1. Just like this. And that puts us to 5 hazards and ends that turn. Alright, now we have a gun turret shooting. So this here's got, I believe, both? Yes, both in range. So first one, 2 hits. Does 1 point of damage. This one over here, nothing. So Sneaky Git is in gear 2, so we need 6s. And no, we'll take 1 damage from the gun turret. Alright, that one shot actually wrecks Sneaky Git here. So we're going to do a short move forward. And then we're going to see if they explode. It does have 3 ammo tokens on it for the smoke dropper. So 3 plus 3, 6. It does explode. Actually clipping True Orky here, doing 4d6 of damage. Oops, we'll get that one back. Ooh, doing 2 damage. True Orkies on first gear, so we're going to try to block 1. Does not, takes 2 damage. Alright, gear phase 3. The only one we have is looting and stealing in gear. So we're just going to do another hairpin. We are at 5 hazards. So we are going to attempt. We're going to use his stellar handling at 2. Try to knock some of these off. That actually does very good. We're going to get rid of the hazard from the template. We get rid of an older one as well, which will bring us down to 4 hazards. And we're just going to cruise just like this. And that should do it for his turn. Alright, back here at the top of the round, we got True Orky in pole position. So we're just going to do a gentle turn here. Just like that. And we are going to use our sweet handling at 2. All we have left are trucks. And we're going to try to shift up some gears. That is actually fine. We have no hazards anyway, so we'll just take the hazard. We'll take the hazard and we're going to shift up a gear. And that will end the turn. Alright, up next we got looting and stealing, and we're just going to do a medium straight here. And we get a free... We're not going to roll dice, we're just going to take our free shift here to get rid of an old hazard. And we're just going to keep chugging along. Alright, we got True Orky here again. So we're going to do... We're just going to do a normal turn. Yes, we're going to do a normal turn, and we're going to try to slingshot here to get through that gap. So we're not even going to bother rolling any dice. Just going to go boop. Actually, no. You know what? We will. We will bother rolling dice. We're going to roll. We're going to roll our 2 hazards here. Hope we get a spin, because the spin will really line us up perfect. No, that is a slide. How many hazards? He's got 2 hazards. We'll keep the shift just in case. We're gonna re-roll the slide into a shift. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep the move. We'll get rid of 2 previous hazards. And that is it. Alright, now we got looting and stealing. We're gonna try to do a regular turn here. Try to cut it off at the pass. What we're gonna do is actually, we don't need to really roll any dice, so we won't. We're just going to cruise just like this. And that will do it. Alright, so the only one we have activating this phase is looting and stealing here. I was kind of eyeballing this. I think I'm safer with the gentle turn. I was thinking of a turn, but I'm afraid that the corner of the front here is going to clip. So we're just going to go with a gentle turn here. And really hope I don't hit something. I'm maxed out really with the truck at third gear. Like I can go fourth, but really no need. I'm good on hazards, so I think we're just going to cruise. We're going to go... Damn, we're going to crash right into this piece of wreck here. So let me get a dice pool. Alright, so it's an obstacle, has to smash. He's going to evade. It's a head-on, so 0 plus 3. So just 3 dice. Ooh, that's going to be 2 hits. I'm in third gear. So 6 is to avoid. And actually, we avoid both. Coming out with just 2 hazards. And that's it. And then this is destroyed. So that's it. Alright, we're back here again at the top of the phase. Pole position is still true Orky, and I think we're just gonna, now we have a nice gap here. We're just gonna turn right in. We got no hazards or nothing, so we're just gonna cruise. Just like that. And that is definitely gonna be a collision next this turn, I think. But we are gonna shoot our weapons, so we're gonna shoot 2 actually. So we have 3 crew. We're gonna all put pistols into this. So first pistol is a crit. He blocks one of them, so he's gonna take 1 damage so far. Second pistol is another crit. So he's gonna take 3 damage so far. Third pistol, wow, a 3rd crit. Can't believe that. He's gonna take 5 damage from some pistols. They are so close, I figure they're just shoving him right in the window. Alright, next up we have is looting and stealing. Now looking at it, the front ram is actually just as wide as the vehicle. I think just a smidgen smaller. So I think we can slide a turn template in here and not actually hit. So I don't think it's a guaranteed hit like I thought it was. It is actually not. So we're just going to keep cruising. Just like that. And now we're going to shoot, they're both trucks, so we're going to shoot 3 pistols back. Alright, so first pistol is a hit. True Orky's in gear 2. Double snake, boxcars I mean. So he will block it. Second pistol is nothing. Third pistol is nothing. So that is it for his turn. Alright, so we're back up here with True Orky. True Orky's just going to do a medium template here. We're going to attempt to roll some dice. Well, he definitely needs to shift up a little bit. And he actually, we're going to keep both. He's going to shift up to 3rd gear, and we're going to slide. Actually, do we want to slide? No, we're going to cancel this and just use the shift up from the template. So we're going to go just like this. As I said, that wrecking ball's on a chain, so I'm really not counting it. Although that's going to be a problem. Alright, now we're going to shoot some pistols here again. Third gear. So we got 3 crews, so 3 pistols. First pistol, nothing. Second pistol, nothing. Third pistol actually is a hit. Loot and Stealing's in 3rd gear. So he will take 1 more damage, and that will be the end of his turn. Alright, so now looting and stealing here. We're just going to cruise a nice medium. If I can line this up correctly. And he's just going to use his free shift from the template to get rid of an old gear. We're just going to go boop, just like that. Straighten you back out because I accidentally knocked you. There you go. And, let's see. Oh yeah, they're in range. It's just another pistol back and forth with each other. Same stats, so first pistol hits. True Orky is in third gear now. So takes the 1 damage. Second pistol does 2 shots. He'll take the 2 damage. Oh, almost an exact trade-off to each other. So let's see. That's 2 more hits. Oh, actually blocks 1. So he's going to take 4 damage total. And that's the end of his turn. Alright, back here at the top of the phase again. We're back here with still True Orky. And I think to get out of this, we're going to swerve. Now, I think I can get around him just by doing this. So we're going to go... Well, let me line it up correctly. Again, such a tight fit between these two, but as you can see, their holes are not touching. And I think it's just going to be another pistol gun down between the two. So same thing, 3 pistols. First one, nothing. Second one is a crit. Gear 3. So he's going to take 2 damage so far. Second one, nothing. So he's taking 2 damage, and that's the end of his turn. Alright, we're here with looting and stealing. So we're definitely going to have to hairpin out of this, just by looking at it. So we're going to go just like this. Again, no need to roll any dice, because they're both just cruising. So we're going to go poop. Put this into a hairpin just like this. Yeah, still in pistol range. So just another shootout between the two. First pistol hits. True Orky's in third gear. So takes the damage. Second pistol hits. Does it? So 2 damage now. Third pistol. Nothing. So taking 2 damage here, and that's the end of his turn. Alright, so now let's measure some gun turns here. So this one's going to take a shot. This one's not going to get shot. This one is going to shoot at him. And this one is not. Okay. So we'll start here. So this gun turret here. 3 shots. He takes 3 damage. And then over here, 1 hit. Ooh, triple 6s. Nothing. So just the 3 damage here. Alright, we're back here at the top of the round. Back here with True Orky, and it's really just a copycat kind of race at this point. Because True Orky's going to also do a hairpin. They're just good maneuvers. So we're going to line that up. No need to roll dice. So we're just going to go... Hairpin this out again. And then just 3 more pistols, because that seems to be really doing the damage here. So first pistol is a hit. Nope, takes the damage. So that's 1 point of damage. Second pistol is another hit. Takes the damage. Third pistol is a crit. No, he takes 5 points of damage right there. That actually wrecks him. So let's see. Let's see if this doesn't end up weirdly becoming... Let's see if this doesn't weirdly become an orc tie. So we wreck. So we go a short straight forward. Looting and stealing doesn't have any ammo. So just on a 6 up, this thing's going to explode. Oh, that was so close. So it's just a wreck. And then our winner here is boom, 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 True Orky in all the Orky ways. He won. So there we are. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, what you guys are doing in my stack fridge out here in the backyard. But since you're out here, let me straighten you up a little bit. Since you're out here, let me ask you a couple questions. You like buying custom cars and whatnot? Do you like promoting small YouTube channels as myself? I don't know, maybe you just like buying some cool merch? Or perhaps even, do you like enjoy some smooth jazz? Either way, I opened up an Etsy shop, just selling off all the builds to help promote the channel, because I'm never going to use them in the games anyway. So I'm going to throw the link down in the description of the videos now. I got cool cars. Anything you see on the channel, buy it if you want. I'm thinking about adding some stickers and custom dice maybe later on. I got a message system set up, so if you want some commissions, like commission terrain or other, you can hit me up there too. So I think that's it for my short little ad shelling out my thing. So I'm going to grab my cheesy sticks and this Bex, and I'm out of here. See you later.